Hello everyone, welcome to Vedantu J English. I am Diksha Kaushal, your chemistry master teacher. And firstly, do let me know how was your physics exam, right? Do let me know in the comment section how was your physics exam. And here I am going to tell you the most important topics for your CBSE board chemistry that is going to happen on 28th, right? So let's see and watch what are the most important topics for every single chapter of your chemistry 12th board, right? So as you can see this over here, guys, I'll just cut to the point because I don't want to waste your time. I know you're already very exhausted with your past exam and now you need relaxation. But why I'm making this video? Just to be sure that what are the things so that you know what you need to revise in every single chapter and what are the things that you need to practice from exercise and in-text question of your NCERT. So let's see from the solution chapter, you can see concentration terms, mole fraction, molarity, molality, Henry's law and Raoult's law, very important. They ask you numerical based on that. Ideal, non-ideal equation, they ask you examples for azeotropes and examples for negative deviation and positive deviation. And from Bond-Hoff factor, most important one is freezing point and osmotic pressure. That is one of the favorite that they ask, but you should know the formula of all of them, including the Bond-Hoff factor inclusion according to association and dissociation. And these are the practice questions that you need to do. Take a screenshot of this one. Next is electrochemistry. Now in electrochemistry, what you need to do first is Nernst equation, very important, and the formula of Nernst delta G with E naught cell, formula of Kc with the delta G and Kc with the E naught cell. All these formulas are important, right? Then in Corlosh law and including the Corlosh law and electrical conductance of molar conductivity, and then finding the alpha value, degree of dissociation, they ask you the questions, right? Then from Faraday law, Faraday first law, they ask you the question majorly, but not so important. Now from batteries, they ask you question from lead storage battery, right? Lead storage battery is the most important, and nickel cadmium battery is very important for you, right? Then in corrosion as such, they don't ask you the question, okay? So now these are the exercise and in text questions that you need to do here, right? Next is chemical kinetics. Here first is you should know the unit of rate constant, the difference in order and molecularity. Then you should know zero and first order formulas for K, rate constant and time and the T half values of them. Then Arrhenius equation, K is equals to A e raised per minus EA by RT and the formula of K1, K2 and T1, T2 equation, right? So from here, usually numericals and graphs are asked. These are in text and exercise questions that you need to do, right? Okay, now next one is DNF block, that is inorganic chemistry. So I'm going to do something for you. I'm thinking about a power pack series because DNF block, usually there are repeated questions that they ask you. So I'm thinking about doing those power pack question series with you guys in the next coming days. Do let me know if you want that or not, right? So electronic configuration, Z cadmium mercury exception, oxidation states. Then there is complex formation, metallic bond and colored. Why this happened, why that happened. Then they ask you what are alloys, how transition elements are able to make alloys, what are transition elements, why zinc cadmium mercury are not transition elements. Then they ask you catalytic property, why they show catalytic property, KMNO4, K2Cr2, 7, very important, they ask you preparation here. Lengthenoid contraction is also, they ask you consequences of lengthenoid contraction, and 4F and 5F, which one is more stronger. Then they ask one question based on E naught, and that then I'll give you the questions, then only you will be able to understand what question I'm asking you, like E naught potential of this one is negative, this one is positive, why. Basically reasoning kind of question they ask you in DNF block, okay. These are the exercise questions that you need to practice, right? Now next is coordination chemistry. in coordination chemistry, one question they ask you is based on write the name of this. Then they ask what are chelates, what are chelating ligands, these kind of questions they ask you. Then they ask you question from identify the type of isomerism. Usually very simple isomerism is given. Even in optical isomerism, the favorite one is M. Let's say there is some metal and here is En twice and this is Cl2. This write down the structural and write down the geometrical and optical isomer of this one. This question is very frequently asked from isomerism, right? Then regarding theory, Werner theory, they will give you this ion is outside. What is the formula of this ion? With AgNO3, only one AgCl is formed. What is the formula? How many ions are there? What is the conductivity? Okay, regarding that. Then there is VBT. Then there is CFT. With VBT, same question that they will give you a complex. They will ask you what is the magnetic moment and hybridization, right? So for that you have to thoroughly go through this theory, to this valence bond theory. Then in CFT, usually they ask you question regarding, they will give you some like D4, D5 configuration. They will ask you in high spin, what is the electronic configuration in T2G, how many electrons will be there, in EG, how many electrons will be there, like that. Okay, acha. These are the exercise questions that you need to do here, right? Next is, now I'll be starting with organic chemistry. Now guys, from organic chemistry, no, usually I am going to tell you every single thing here, but mark my words, naming reactions, distinguished test, and there are some important reagents that you cannot skip here, right? Every single chapter you have to do important naming reactions, like all the naming reaction and distinguished test, right? And then there are some important reagents. I am thinking of doing it along with you. Do let me know if you want me to pick out those important reagents for you or not. So if you see nucleophilic substitution reaction, SN1, SN2 is asked firstly, right? Then they ask you which gives racemization, which and what. Then ask you anti-Markovnikov addition. That means in double bond, you add HBr in anti-Markovnikov or Markovnikov, what will be the answer, right? Then they ask you beta elimination, that after dehydration or dehalohydrogenation, ZZ product is formed, right? Naming reaction are Woods, Finkelstein, Swartz, aqueous alcoholic QH, both the difference here, elimination by alcoholic QH or dehydration by this concentrated H2SO4. So all of them are asked here, right? Then I am giving you these exercise question, okay? This PPT will be provided to you, this PDF will be provided, right? So next in alcohol, phenol and ether. Now all these are naming reactions that you need to do. Cole, Bremer, Temer, Williams synthesis, Dow's, Grignard, Lucas, dehydrogenation, oxidation, acidic strength of this. Then mechanisms of these are very, very important. You can't skip these mechanisms. Highly asked mechanism. Hydration of alkene, dehydration of alcohol to alkene, or dehydration of alcohol to ether. These are the three important mechanisms that you cannot skip, right? And these are the in-text questions that you must do, right? Now from aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid, all the tests like Tollens, Felling and iodoform. Then naming reactions like Rosenmund, Stefan Etard and Getterman. Then there is another reactions like Clemensen and Wolf-Kishner, aldol condensation, Cannizzaro condensation, all of that. Then nucleophilic addition of NH2Z with the C double bond O, what will be the answer for that? Okay, all these are the important reactions that you must go through and these are the questions, right? Okay, then amines. From here they ask you basic strength, they ask you Hoffman bromamide degradation, carbylamine, properties of disonium, then Gabriel phthalimide reaction they ask you. Then they ask you Stefan reduction. Stefan reduction is also very important. So these are some of the important reactions. Then the reactions of disonium chloride. All the reactions of disonium chloride are very important. Then next one is nitration of amine, aniline, nitration of aniline, acetylation of aniline. I'm just not writing it because I'm speaking fast and writing slowly. Then bromination of aniline. Okay, so basically I'll just write it here. Acetylation, when H is replaced by COCH3, nitration and bromination of aniline. These are very important reactions of aniline. Out of this, anything they can ask you, and these are the important exercise question and in text questions, right? Okay, so if you do this much, I know that is also too much, but you have to do this much if you want to get like 95 plus marks in your exam. You have to go through all of that, right? So biomolecules, first thing is they ask you disaccharides, the linkages of disaccharides, like sucrose, maltose and lactose. Then they ask you in starch, cellulose, like in amylose, amylopectin, what is the disaccharide here. Then they ask you fibrous and globular protein. Acha, here I have not written carboxylamine, it is written, sorry. Denaturation, why denaturation happens. Then in nucleic acid, they ask you the difference in DNA and RNA. What nitrogen bases are found in DNA, what are found in RNA, like here thymine is found, here uracil is found, right? Then they ask you in vitamins, vitamin deficiency is very rarely asked, but they can ask you that, so you should know about it, right? Maybe in 1 mark they can ask you something like that. Okay, then the difference, what is nucleotide, what is nucleoside, all these small things they ask you. So go through this chapter, these topics here, right? Okay, so these are the exercise and in text question that you need to do. Now guys, this PDF, right, will be provided in the description box and as well in the Vedantu JEE channel that is over here. And I am planning to do something for you. Do let me know if you want me to do something for you for boards 2026. Let's see that how many of you reply with hashtag Ma'am CBSE Board Ready. If you want me to prepare you for CBSE 2026, write down hashtag Chemistry 2026 CBSE. Then I will surely do something for you guys, right? So that's it for today. Till then, bye-bye. Take care. See you all. And do let me know how was your physics exam and are you ready to rock in chemistry exam? Do let me know in the comment section. Till then, bye-bye.